perfect now. But it's not leaking from up there. It's not leaking from there or this connection. So it's a red line hose for sure. I'll go ahead and sanitize through the machine now. Let's do the proper introduction, single barrel. I always like to show this at location so you can see it doesn't get pulled apart as frequently as it should. So the lube wears off and that rubber ring cuts that groove in. And eventually that groove's gonna get cut in so deep it doesn't seal anymore. Then we'll have to replace this $1,000 beater, so. Okay, so we disassembled everything, changed the red line hose. The old one is here, it did burst. All right, yeah, it did burst right there. So, boo. We flushed all the hoses, took this off. This was really full of gunk, so took all the hoses out, pipe cleaned them, got her reattached. Got our, we actually hosed all this out because there was milk everywhere, and if you don't, it's gonna gum up the transfer system. So, set this on here so that this will function. Make sure our duct bill's in. We've got this reassembled, good to go, and put it into wash mode. Turn the beater on. Sanitizer. Pump on. We're gonna open the barrel, let it flush out. I'm gonna show you quick how I properly prime this. So I filled it with sanitizer and let it marinate. I turn the pump off, pull the duct bill out, and that back drains everything from here. This is open, the pump is off, the beater's off. Now we're just gravity draining. Right? The name of the game is losing almost no product. So this is open. Just gonna let that trickle. I'm gonna hook up the milk bag and show you the next step. Okay, so with this down to an absolute trickle, we just have a tiny bit of sanitizer sitting in the bottom. Beater's off, so we're not splashing it around. Bleed valve's open, draw valve's open. I'm just gonna turn the pump on. She's gonna draw up, and my milk is just gonna push what little remaining is left. Alright, so we're pushing out sanitizer. See how it bubbles up? Now we're getting to where we have some cream. And now see how there's no bubbles? You're done. Close the barrel, leave the bleed valve open. And we didn't lose a mini cup full of milk. So we leave the bleed valve open until we get milk dropping out it, and that means the cream level is high enough in the barrel to hit this. You close that, let it finish, and you're properly primed. Okay, so it's just starting. See, it's dripping out of my bleed valve, so I'm gonna close that, and now I'm gonna wait for the cylinder to be filled the rest of the way. The pump's gonna shut off. Once that happens, I know my barrel is properly primed with the right amount of milk and air, and we can put it into freeze. Not till the pump is off. Pump's still running. We're gonna check we don't have leaks. Pump just stopped, so we're good. Yep, beautiful. Pump's on just to top it off. We're gonna hit freeze. Tell me close the door, bada bing. And let it pull down, and that'll be a wrap. Also, I have to ask the question, because this is a double Taylor and a single. They knew this was down 2 hours ago, because I got the call. This unit normally runs chocolate and vanilla, but they're currently out of chocolate. So they're dying, trying to run off of 1/2 half of one machine while the other half is voluntarily pulled down. Boy.